Hello Libra and welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be a reading for the 13th to the 20th and it's going to be in two parts this video. First part we're going to be clarifying with the Astroflower using the elements and the qualities that are within your sign. If you do need to find out what they are, there is a description, there is a link in the description down below where you can bring up your Astroflower. Ooh, just jumping in there, and you'll be able to see how this qualifies with the elements that we're talking about. Oof. Hard cards at the path. Wow. Libra, this is balance. This is learning about balance, I guess. You know, it appears to be. I just want to pick one out of that. Come on. Oh, yeah, there we go. There's a definite magician, you're going to like that, manifesting things. The sun, you're the only one to have got the sunshine in your flower. No one else has had it yet. Leaving you lucky people. Oh, look at that. It's a real tale of two stories this week for you guys. A real tale of two stories. Yeah. So petals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is how the universe is trying to guide your karmic paths on your spiritual and your material front. This is how your guides are trying to help the universe manifest your karmic path. And this is how your guides are talking to you and helping with that inner conversation that is within you. And this is how you feel like you're interacting with the rest of the world around you. But this is what's inside you. The Hangman. Getting a clear perspective on what is going on. I say it's a game of two halves because the top of the card certainly doesn't look like the middle section. And if I'm not mistaken, you had that Six of Cups. And you're the only one to have had this Six of Cups in this week's reading, but you definitely got the Six of Cups last time. And it's come up again. And I think it's moving around this section here. So there's a lot of thinking going on about past stuff, reminiscing and stuff like that. Now let's go on the spiritual path side first, right? Okay, here you got cardinal water and cardinal air coming up through your petal 1. So your cardinal air is your good self, of course, and the cardinal water is Capricorn. And it's obviously the universe is not lying, cheating, scheming to you. Let's be honest, yeah. So if it's not lying and cheating, scheming, what is it doing? The universe is trying to encourage you to be a little bit more sort of, I had this with someone else as well. I've got a funny feeling it was an air sign as well. Being a little bit more astute would probably be the best word. Using your wisdom of how things work. Being, some people might say cunning, but I'm not really a great fan of that. But the universe is trying to encourage that to you a little bit more astute about your path or your engagement in the world on the spiritual or emotional front. Your karmic path is all about happiness. That's apparently what it's trying to manifest. That's what you've got to be learning about this week. And I don't necessarily mean that you're going to be happy and great. It means you've got to learn how to get it. And we can only learn this with ourselves. We can't learn it with the outside world. And Librans, as you're pure air, you're engaged constantly with the world around you. Not always easy to do the inside of you. It's not that it's not going on, because it is. And you know it, I know it, but it doesn't come to the surface very often. But when it does, woo! So that's what it's trying to encourage on your physical, on your spiritual path. That's what you're karmic lesson is, and I think it's a karmic lesson of how to put in place your happiness, of what you do have around you. Now, the guys here that are trying to put this in place, this petal here is air and earth. So you've got mutable air on the inside, mutable earth on the outside. So it's a very practical way of looking at things. You know, you look at things very logically on the spiritual sort of side. You know, if this person loves me, if I love this person, then this person should love me. That's it's, you know, it's that sort of logic. And it's putting in place the logic of your happiness. And what your guides are trying to do here with that Six of Cups, and I think I mentioned it last time, it's like sort of reminiscing and stuff like that, but it also could be, you know, someone coming in and a blast from the past. But I've got a funny feeling your guides are sort of turning around and sort of saying, do you remember how you used to be like that? Or do you remember how you used to do those sort of things? And do you remember how you used to laugh like that? I think that's what your guides are trying to encourage in you. I don't necessarily think it's a person. We'll see in the second video where we do the clarification with the cards, but I've got a funny feeling it's more a case of, you know, do you remember how you used to create your own pleasure and fun? You know, how you used to play snooker when you were younger and stuff like that. Maybe you should be doing more of that sort of thing. I don't know. Or playing, you know, or singing, or playing an instrument, and you haven't played it for ages. You know, that's the sort of thing that the guys are trying to bring into you, that you realise that if you're smart, and when you're smart, I think it's smart with, you know, what you invest your time in. It'd be interesting to see if the Two of Pentacles come out in this area here. This Six of Cups is based on cardinal water and mutable earth as it comes through you. And then you've got the mutable fire that comes across the top with your cardinal air coming across, building up your emotions. So it's on the surface, it's, yeah, lovely, great. But you've got to plant those seeds, you've got to do the work. And if you do that, your guides that are in that conversation with inside you is almost sort of saying, you can manifest pure happiness. Those possibilities are there. And the outcome of it, or how you interact with the outside world, is the Ten of Wands. Not a great card, but at the end of the day, he's already done a massive journey. And on that journey, he's gradually piled a lot of woes on his shoulder. And as he's piled a lot of woes on his shoulder, he's actually understood a lot of things. And it's now the time to sort of maybe sift through those understandings and see what's worth it to keep, and what's worth throwing away. But you can use those understandings to manifest your future. And that's what guides are trying to help you with. What's in the center is that Hangman. So seeing things from a different perspective, seeing things from within you. That is the most important thing. Seeing the things that are for you. I don't know if that's close, if you can see. I'm just a bit of a test in the message on the camera as well. So, yeah. Seeing things from a different point of view. To see things from a different point of view, you have to adjust where you sit within yourself. That is how it's done. It's not just a case of turning around. It is a question of how you choose to see certain aspects of life and other aspects not to see it at all. So on this Magician card, you've got the mutable earth coming off and the mutable fire at the base, fixed air, fixed water, and your cardinal air. So don't be fixed and don't be caught up on the physical side of happiness. Remember, laughter comes from within you. You can't buy it. Yeah, you can go and see a comedian or, something that makes you laugh and stuff like that. But the end of the day, that laughter comes from within you. And I think that's what is you've got to concentrate on. And I think the whole of everything, doesn't matter what you're doing. And this could be in a relationship, this could be in your family. It's just how you confront the spiritual and emotional side of your life. And it can apply to every single situation. That's the beauty of reading these towers. That's the beauty of the Astroflower. It's not telling you what to do, it's telling you how to do things. And you can apply that to whatever you are doing. But here, I don't think it's someone coming in. I think it's more a case of realising of how you've done things in the past and what was good for you. What did you enjoy? Yeah. On the material path, this looks a lot rosy if it wasn't for that pesky 5 of Cups. Disappointment. Out of disappointment comes what? Out of disappointment ultimately will become satisfaction. Because if you're disappointed in something, you're going to work out that actually I don't want to do that because I want to do like this rather than like that, so then I'm not so disappointed. And this could be down to your own personal expectations, where you put too many expectations on something and you get disappointed and you disappoint ourselves. It often is the case. You shouldn't really be disappointed with the world outside. But it's almost as like it's as if you thought you'd be further on down your path than you are on the material front. All right, within that job, within that project, within that business. That's what it seems like. It's this fixed air and fixed earth. So I think that disappointment has to do with the fact that you said, by this stage, I should be here, and you're not. And the world is a little bit like that sometimes. You know, it's not the easiest of places to live, because humans have decided to create some mad system to do with all around about money. But anyway, talking about money, look at that. That's what the universe is trying to guide you, and they're trying to help you manifest that path. And they really are trying to help you manifest fortune. You know, they're trying to bring in all the luck they can for you. And your guides are bringing in that Ace of Cups. What a great card. Starting of a journey, but it's also offering your love. It's offering your love to the rest of the world as much as receiving the love yourself, you know. It's that fair exchange. And it could be the fair exchange between you and the job and everything like that. That's what seems to be pushing in that sort of direction. So you need to stop looking at that black hole sucking up that 5 of Cups and realise that just behind her, she's got it in her hand. She's got a lovely full cup. And she could just not worry about those and then kind of move on to the Ace of Cups, because that's what it is. It's the Ace of Cups, which you have here. She's holding the Ace of Cups. And look at that. Sits perfectly above it. So your lesson or your understanding that you will do this week in your karmic path is realising that no matter what happens, you still have that love within you that you can allow to shine. And once you do, you'll be able to interact with everything around you, because the other part of that is that the sun, you're the only one to get it this week. And I've done 11. I've got one more left to go. And you're the only guys that had it. I've got to say, out of 11, there's only 3 signs that hasn't had the Lover's card, and you're one of them. So I think this is all more to do with the situation. There's a bit of filtering to do, a bit of things to be done. So, you know, and they're trying to encourage that love and the happiness, that pure, bright happiness. And simply the reason doesn't seem to be boding too well is because you're carrying too much. Underneath there, and that's separating these 4 cards here, this crossing point here, you got mutable earth with fixed water. So this is where those fertile lands of ideas can be sown. But emotionally, sometimes you can say, it's got to be like this. That's could well be the thing, because that follows it all the way down and ends up at that fixed air round this Five of Cups. And I think it's that fixed emotions that are creating that disappointment of where you're trying to carry too much in one go. So you got to, your real karmic path seems to be more of seeing things in a different way. Seeing things how you have done them and seeing things how you could do them in the future. You know, there has been a lot this week of filament eruptions from the sun, therefore it's water energy that's coming through. And that water energy is, sorry about this, just wanted to make sure it was recording. That water energy may have made you even more fixed in a way, but rounded off the edges a little bit, the corners, so you actually realise that maybe this week that you've just gone through from the 7th to the 7th to the 14th, 7th to the 13th, sorry. And from the 13th to the 20th, going through Valentine's Day, you might have realised that kind of going, I was carrying too much. Be honest with yourself, Libra. When you are honest with yourself, you're just going to go for pure, you can manifest pure happiness. That's the thing. That's the main energy that's been coming through. We've had a few cardinal holes as well, which is going to really compact the centre of you, make you go within, really force you from within. So you might be a little bit withdrawn this week as well, a little bit more. But certainly with that, it's pushing up on the fortune side, and the universe is trying to encourage that to happen. We've already just had 2 M flares. I will be doing that in the Cymatic TV update on Sunday, and to see where it affects the Earth and the other planets and see how it's going to affect the vibration. So you might want to see that as well on Sunday night. And we will be doing a regular update on Cymatic TV to see how these elements infiltrate or influence, your readings. But by looking at the sun, I think there's going to be a few more solar flares. Which is, you like it as an air sign. You're going to enjoy it because it's going to be that invigorating fire that's going to make you feel sort of woo woo woo. But it can, after a while, it can become tiring for you. The constant pressure of go, 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 go. And, you know, you'll have to see if that is the case, then that's really going to be playing on your airs, but it's going to be playing more than anything else on this section here, coming in here. Is it coming in here? No, it's coming in this section here and this section here, sorry. So, and this is a transition point between your real super subconscious and your karmic path and that subconscious area, and it's that mutable fire and fixed fire that comes through you that you're going to have to take a different view on if you're getting a lot of solar flares coming through. As I say, you'll see that on Cymatic TV. If it does, it's going to make these 2 cards really important. It's going to make manifesting your beautiful, happy future very possible, but it's going to make you very active and proactive. Because we've got no wands here apart from the 10 of wands. It's mainly cups. It's only cups and 1 sword. 1 sword and 1 wands. No pentacles. But there's something that you've been working on, and it's just a case of, you know, what you've been working on, just sifting it out and seeing what fits and what goes where. That will be good. So Libra, I think the question for you this week is to see things differently, go within yourself and actually try and connect with things in a different way. And once you do that, you can then really start manifesting real beauty and happiness. But don't keep carrying all those weight upon your shoulder. Free yourself up a little bit, or you'll turn that air into sort of heavy rainstorms. So, yeah. We'll see how we clarify with the little cars, and that'll be coming up in part 2. It will be linked in the comments below. That'll probably be turning up maybe tomorrow night, Monday night, or Tuesday morning. Depends on how long it takes. I'm on travelling at the moment. Depends how long it takes me on the technological sort of front. Okay, I will see you in the meantime. I will see you up on Cymatic TV. Don't forget, Libra, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.